Welcome back to the channel here at Tracy G. My name is Sammy. Today I'm going to give you another update on ASST. Thank you so much for liking my previous videos. I only ask if you can like this video so I can go ahead and give you more content and updates. So with that being said, I'm sure most of you are already tuning in knowing the fact that we had great news last night, and obviously it was a public offering. But there's even greater news. And I wanted to showcase this to you guys a little bit later, but now we got the confirmation, break out the 140. And if you guys remember, that 140 was essentially our tough zone. Like, we literally had problems breaking above 140. Look at that. Resistance. We broke out, and now more than likely back testing it, which we did, and we're holding up so far. These are good news. Here's the better news. Turn on your daily. Now, I know it looks a little bit, messed up here, but the only thing I want you to focus on is this Fibonacci zone. Let me go ahead and clean it up a little bit for you. I know it's a little bit confusing. All right, one second. We're almost there. There it is. Okay. So this Fibonacci layer, or how I set it up, is from the all-time high to the all-time low. If you look left and look closer and we zoom in, we're sitting above the 236, above $1. Now, I was waiting for confirmation to break above the 140 line because essentially we are now 50% on the halfway mark to the 382, which adds more confluence that we are now having a very, very great statistical chance at reaching at the 382. What do I mean? Typically, you want to start seeing candles breaking above the macro 236. The longer you stay inside the 236 Fibonacci, the higher the chances of you reaching to the 382, which is an 80% probability. Okay, I like to go a little bit more further. I like price action then to break between the distance of these two to be above the 50% mark. That's just the way I view it. That's just the way in my head how I would play this, because we do have statistics, we do have numbers, we do have probabilities, but I like to go a step further and wait for additional confirmation, and thus we are seeing that 50% mark between the 382 and the 236. Layman's terms, we're more than likely going to get to the $2 very, very soon. We have news, we have catalysts, we have volume. As you can see here, we have 200 million volume just in today alone. $1.45. We were having a tough time breaking above the 140, but now we're sitting above it, and that's good. Can price come back down? Absolutely. But in terms of the interest and the hype around this ticker, I believe we have a very, very greater chance at getting to the $2 mark. Obviously, the 382. Now, a couple things to know. I have this meme up, and I post on my X almost daily, by the way. Please like the video and follow the X account. I'm always active on X. Bitcoin, obviously, is also going to boost ASST. Now, Bitcoin absolutely has been getting hammered. This is a topic for another day, or watch the previous video that I uploaded regarding Bitcoin, the technicals. But we are now having a pending cross on Bitcoin. But this is not a Bitcoin video, this is an ASST video. So even though SPY and Bitcoin absolutely were getting hammered, today ASST was absolutely holding. We weren't even trending down, we were just up even after a bloody day. So that tells me, what does a good day look like on ASST? So in terms of the micro, we broke above the 140 mark, which is very important. Why is my thing not working? We broke the 140 mark, and if you guys remember my videos, we were inside a range. We just got out the range, and now we're sitting above the 140. We tested it, and now we bounced up again. Can we come back down? Yes, but I would like to see sustainability above the 140 mark. But this is how you make new higher highs and higher lows. Higher highs and higher lows. Does that make sense? These are good stair steps to heaven. Count the W's, especially in this market when we're bleeding. We're holding the line. We're like literally not catapulting to the downside. When today, Bitcoin, horrible day. SPY, if I recall, horrible day, 672. And look at this wick here. Horrible day, bearish engulfing. Now somehow we have a wick bottom here. Horrible. ASST is holding the line. Count the W's. ASST is looking phenomenal. I love what I see. Being patient in this game, especially for ASST, is absolutely a W. And look at the beautiful reaction, the back test off that $1.40 that we had had issues with. That tells you that price wants to go up. All else equal, we would have been at $2. ASST is doing great. Bitcoin and SPY are not, but this is really good. RSI, at least on the 1 hour, is looking good. We're above the center line. I like to see that 4 hour, we're still above the center line. That's good. And also on the daily, we look like we want to climb up. The RSI on the daily, once we get there, that's when things get very special. Okay? Things get very special. So, in terms of a psychological cushion, look at the previous videos of the resistance. You can check the history on my channel, where we're going to see a lot of resistance getting to certain levels. Okay? I highly recommend you watch that. But aside from that, this is really good. Really, really good. Imagine a good day on ASST. Thank you so much for liking and watching this video. I would appreciate it if you just hit the follow button. And if you want to see more updates or where I'm active constantly, follow my X account. I am very, very active on there. I'm networking and building the community, and I have a lot of special announcements to make in the near future. I'm connecting with a lot of very intelligent people. I'm growing the channel. So as time goes on, you will see progress, and you will see the updates and the community shift more collaborative effort, if that makes sense. And we'll get more on that. I'll get more details on that. But this is looking really, really good on ASST. Overall, phenomenal. So thank you so much and have a great day.